tons of greenhouse gases have already been pumped into the atmosphere. But what if we could put some of that carbon back where it came from? This otherworldly landscape is 30 kilometres from Iceland's capital, Reykjavik. It's home to a project capturing CO2 from the air and turning it into stone.
We're getting a little closer now, and that steam just ahead is coming from the nearby geothermal power plant. And it's this that's supplying clean energy for those carbon-sucking machines that we're about to see.
Called Orca, the plant is owned by Swiss firm Climeworks and consists of 8 container-sized modules.
This is the world's first direct air capture and storage plant in existence. So it's the only one that's operating on a commercial level. It is a plant that captures carbon dioxide directly from the atmosphere.
Fans draw air across a special filter which separates the CO2. It's then heated to 100 degrees and sent to a processing hall before it's piped across to partner Carbfix for storage. Direct air capture is expensive technology. These machines need round-the-clock power to remove 4,000 tonnes of CO2 a year. That's similar to the emissions of 900 petrol cars, so not an awful lot.
This is a first of its kind, but it is here to prove a point that this is commercially viable. Now our plan is to scale up, because we need to be capturing at gigaton levels by 2050. And in order to do so, we need to start now.
Close by, a new installation is being built. Called Mammoth, it's almost 10 times bigger. Big tech firms are among the clients and individuals who sign up online. Though Climeworks insists this is no silver bullet.
We are not here to replace reduction of emissions. We need to be active also in cleaning up all the mess that we've been making since the Industrial Revolution.
All these pipes zigzagging around and silver domes, it really looks like something from a different planet.
So, what makes this place well suited for carbon storage? Well, the answer lies in its geology. Iceland sits on the boundary of the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. That means it's prone to lots of geothermal and volcanic activity. We're heading inside an ancient lava tunnel formed when magma cooled.
All of this rock that is around us here is so-called basalt. You can see here the basalt has so many tiny pores. With volcanic eruptions, there comes a lot of gases up with it, and they become bubbles. And if the lava cools down before that can happen, they get stuck in it.
Iceland has an abundance of basalt bedrock, and that's what makes this area a good store for gases and liquids deep underground.
And that brings us back to that captured CO2. It's piped across to these space-age domes, where another firm, Carbfix, pumps it 2 kilometres underground.
So here is one of our injection well. This captured gas dissolved in water goes into this injection well. So basically it's sparkling water with sort of geothermal flavor, if you will.
When the fizzy water meets the basalt, it reacts to form solid calcium carbonate, locking away the carbon for thousands, if not millions, of years.
We're fighting climate change by taking CO2 that's been captured from emissions or from the atmosphere, inject it into basalt formations, where it turns to stone in 2 years and is out of the picture forever. So here we've got sort of samples showing the basalt before and after.
So it's a piece of basalt, lots of pores, I can see, and then this one looks pretty solid. It looks like it's all filled in.
Yes, exactly.
Carbfix has ambitious plans. It wants to take CO2 off the hands of industries in Europe, ship it here to Iceland and store it.
There we will be taking the technology to the megaton scale. We have the one joint atmosphere, so cross-border collaboration is vital.
Is there any danger that countries that are bigger emitters will shirk their responsibility and just ship their CO2 to Iceland?
I don't look at it that way. It's rather the hard-to-abate sector like cement, steel, where the emissions are not coming from the energy supply itself, but from the production process.
Capping our emissions won't be enough alone to slow global warming. UN climate experts warn that we'll also need to remove billions of tons of carbon every year. Dozens of new technologies are trying to do that, but so far, these efforts are tiny.
We both need to mitigate as much as we can, and then we need these removal techniques, but they're definitely not at that scale yet. There are many limitations. They're mostly about land use, scalability, price, resource use as well.
Carbon removal may seem like a moonshot, but if it can be scaled up, it could yet prove to be a crucial weapon in the fight against climate change.